a dream.
Will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood? I have a dream.
And then change the world forever. Today, young and old remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
He was a great man.
He gave me my freedom.
My freedom and my liberty.
Local 10 is proud to present the 47th Annual MLK Day Parade.
I have a dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
And now, live from Liberty City, Calvin Hughes and Nicole Perez.
Hello, South Florida. What a beautiful morning and what a beautiful moment.
People from all over South Florida have come to Liberty City for this incredible and wonderful parade. Hello, everyone. I'm Calvin Hughes, and here we go again. I'm so looking forward to this big event. Here we are on 54th Street. What an honor it is to bring you the 47th Annual MLK Day Parade.
And I'm Nicole Perez, and what an extra special day it is today, because today would have been MLK's 95th birthday. He was born on January 15th, 1929.
We have so many resources for you. Let's begin now with Sky 10 right now, the only station bringing you live, continuous coverage of this amazing event. And we couldn't be more excited. Thousands of people, parents, kids, neighbors, all lining the streets getting ready to watch this annual spectacle.
And they are going to see floats, marching bands, champion football teams, all here to honor Dr. King.
And we have you covered from the beginning of the parade route to the very end, where there is going to be, oh yes, a very big party.
Oh, yeah. And our Local 10 News morning anchors, Eric Yetzi and JC Birch, are not too far away from us, so let's check in with them. Hey, guys.
Good morning, Calvin. Good morning, Nicole. We can't stop. We won't stop celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. King today.
We're going to go, go, go. We are going to practice his dream, his edict, his power of connecting and unifying with you, because we're going to be right here on the ground. So when the dignitaries walk by, our politicians, when the marching band comes by, you're going to hear it.
Let's go.
You're going to see it. And we're just going to give you the flavor, the taste, and all the passion, and just everything, the energy, the emotion. We've been covering this parade for a long time. Miami set the scene, making history with this parade, and we're going to continue today.
The oldest parade to celebrate Dr. King in our country, South Florida, a place he would come to relax and refine his message, his message of a dream, his message of a future of civil rights for all here in America. So we're going to have a great day. We've got a great vantage point. And the parade is on its way.
I can hear it.
I can hear the sirens. That means we are ready to roll. So we'll send it back to Calvin and Nicole on a beautiful Monday morning here in South Florida.
All right, you guys are looking great out there, and we are going to keep it rolling right now. We're going to bring you every moment of the parade from the very beginning to the end. And right now, the floats and bands are staging at 54th Street and 12th Avenue.
That's right, and our Local 10 News anchor, Alex Finney, is there for us. Alex, it's already been a busy morning. How's it going out there?
Yes, Nicole and Calvin, busy is the word, and we are so busy, filled with excitement. You know, let me tell you something. This is one of my favorite events to cover every single year. You just feel the sense of community out here. You can see the sense of community. Take a look here. So many people lining Northwest 54th Street. Like you said there, we are right off of Northwest 12th Avenue, where everything is getting started. We have officers just up the road here. If we can pan the camera to the left a little bit, you can see that they just took off City of Miami Police. And then over to the right here, you can see as officers are getting ready to lead the charge for this parade. It is fantastic. We have great weather. It's fabulous vibes. And you know what? Not only are we covering the start of the parade, but we've been out here since very early this morning, since about 4 a.m. There have been so many other events in and around this area that we've been covering as well. Take a look. Honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the South Florida community coming together once again for the 47th Annual MLK Day Parade in Miami.
I'm so glad that this day we can think about Dr. King and all that he have done to bring people together.
The start of the parade at Northwest 54th Street and 10th Avenue, where over 100 floats, marching bands, exotic cars, and so much more were getting ready. As people line the streets ahead of kickoff. So many events happening in and around the parade route.
On your mark, get set, go!
On 62nd Street and Northwest 25th Avenue, the pre-parade MLK 5K fitness walk and run.
MLK Day is very important to me. I wanted to honor his legacy, so I wanted to find something that was proactive to do, and I thought this was a great thing to do, and it's for a good cause.
Over 100 runners made their way out for the 41st annual event, getting a celebratory and remembrance run-in in honor of the late, great Dr. King.
Just gives us the opportunity to reflect on the MLK, what he's done for us, you know, what he means to this community, and just the day of unity.
Yes, it is a day of giving indeed. And you know, when I look out at the crowd, I just always love how we talk about and we see the next generation, right? And how engaged they are with the history of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as we continue to push his message forward of unity and love and togetherness. And that is what we see here. We have this little cute baby over here. I've been eyeing her all morning. She's adorable. She's so cute. Look, we have her all the way to the little kids to the right of her as well, just a little bit older. Hi, guys. And they are all here to see the parade. As you heard there in my package, we have marching bands from all over South Florida in terms of all of the different schools here in Miami. We have law enforcement and just community leaders and members, and of course the most important part, every single faceted member of our South Florida community that was able to come out here. They are here today. And so again, things are just getting started, just getting underway. You know, I could talk, guys, but you know what? We have an entire parade that we are going to be covering all morning, well into the afternoon. We are just starting, and you know what? Hold on a second. We are finally moving along. Look, slowly but surely, we're going to be making our way to the park off of 32nd Avenue. And as you mentioned, Calvin and Nicole, we have people spread all across this parade route, bringing you all the fun, all the hoopla, and all of the fantasticness in terms of what we love about this day. So on that note, I'm going to leave you on this picture, and I'm going to send it back to where you guys are along Northwest 54th Street.
And Alex, we are officially underway, and what a great day to be out here, right? People have the day off, there's kids, there's families, everyone out here enjoying it. The weather has been great so far. I mean, we have 2 hours of coverage to bring you at home. Alex, what a great day for you too. You were out here with us last year. I mean, what is it like to be out here again, to be part of the community, to see everybody's smiling faces and enjoying this moment?
Oh, it's fantastic. And you know, here's the thing, Nicole. We obviously from South Florida. I've been here at the station for a few years. What has been so amazing, and I'll tell you this, one woman came up to me who I saw 5 years ago when I first covered this parade. And she was like, you know, we were just chatting, you know, catching up. And that is what I love so much about events like this, is that we really are one. There's such a sense of community. And I will tell you, a lot of people have been showing up and showing out when we say we're with Channel 10, okay? I will tell you that. A lot of people that say that is our go-to station. And I say, I know that's right. Listen, and you know what? It is just so fantastic. I love, like I told you before, and I cannot say it enough, all of the little kids that are not only watching the parade, but are part of the parade. Look at these guys over here. You see them a little bit east here off of Northwest 54th Street. They're just so engaged with the culture and the history. And oh my goodness, it just fills me with so much joy. But listen, we have the Miami Police Explorers getting ready to come up. The State Attorney's Office bus is getting ready to make their way. And then of course the fun continues past there as we continue to roll through the rest of the morning. Calvin, Nicole.
All right, so exciting. Thank you, Alex. From Alex, we are going to head a few blocks west of where we are right now.
And Local 10 morning traffic anchor Alexis Frazier is standing by near 27th Avenue. And you're a homegirl, Alexis, so tell us about what does it feel to be out there?
It feels really good. And this is like a family reunion, and they take care of you here in my community. Look at this. I'm already getting some free lemonade. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said the free part out loud, but it is. They saw I was out here in long sleeves. They're like, girl, we got you. And a lot of people are going to be able to cool off. We have some icy trucks here. They were here last year, and a lot of people who I saw last year are back in the same spot. So these are my people. I am home, okay? They're already out here early lining up. I just met this beautiful young woman. How are you? Tell us, how many times have you come out here? It's your first time?
This is my first time. Yeah, I heard about it. A friend of mine referred me, and then I just came down from the train, the Metro Rail.
Okay.
Yeah, just earlier.
Okay, so
I'm excited.
Are you from here, from Miami?
I just moved to Miami last year, so I'm just getting used to the area, you know, the culture.
Okay.
You know.
You are in for a treat, honey. Hi, little one. He's gonna take my job. He's taking my job. It's okay. Nice meeting you. So some people, this is their first time, but others, like this man right here, I met last year. Check out the gear, the merch. I'm obsessed with this shirt, celebrating heroes, honoring the past. Where did you get this? Can people get this? Is this your merch? Or?
Yes, this comes from 7th Avenue and 62nd Street. A young lady, she sells the T-shirts in there, all Miami gear and everything like that.
Okay, and what's your name?
My name is Dennis James.
Dennis James, I saw you last year.
Yes.
You recognized me. You said, what's up?
I love Alexis. I love Alexis.
He's professing his love to me, guys.
Yes,
He's confessing.
yes.
So tell me, what does Martin Luther King mean to you? And why do you
It's
come out
about
every
the civil rights and the legacy that he left behind for us to pass on to the next generation, that they can accomplish their goals in life. You know, just keep the faith.
Yes, and Miami-Dade, a lot of history here.
Yes, it does. It has a lot of history here. A lot of us grew up here. That's why we come out and to support this parade every year that they have it for Dr. Martin Luther King.
All right, I'm going to see you around.
Okay, thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so you guys know where to get the merch. I think we might have somebody near 7th Street, so if there is somebody that knows something about that 7th Street store, just get your girl a shirt. That's all I'm asking for. I got the lemonade. Now I need the merch. Calvin, Nicole, back to you. Maybe y'all could do something.
Oh,
I think y'all can.
the best line of the morning so far is that he doesn't love the traffic. I love me some Alexis Frazier. Gotta love that.
I gotta take it where I can get it, you know?
Hey, the president of your fan club. We love that. Okay, thanks a lot, Alexis. We'll be checking in with you very soon.
I found him.
And now to where it will all come to an end, the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Park.
And there's going to be a big party there. And, of course, who's there for us? Who's going to be at the big party already, even at the start of the parade?
So
Our
true.
very own Laren Livingston. Hey, Laren.
Good morning, and it's hard to hear because I've got a cacophony of generators. I've got speakers playing music. I've got kids over in the park already with the bounce houses and the generators over there keeping them inflated. But Northwest 32nd Avenue is officially shut down right now because this is the main drag, and you can see we have dozens of vendors lining this entire area here. Some of them have been here for the first time. Some of them have been here for years as we commemorate and celebrate the memory and the legacy, of course, of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But as you said, all of what's happening right now at the beginning of the parade, it culminates here in the adjacent park. Got a couple of live music stages set up there. Like I said, we've got bouncy houses there set up for the kids. This is a family-friendly event. Miami-Dade Police, of course, on duty, but over the last couple of years, since I've been coming here, have never really seen any issues here, so it's always a safe event. Prayerfully, it remains to be so this year, but you can hear that music going right now as we come by. Hold on, sweetheart, I'll come back to you. Lots of enthusiasm, clearly, from folks wanting not just to be on TV, but of course to share why they're here and how much fun they have. This is the party truck, clearly. Harpo's LLC, seafood, and clearly sound. And that's the sense of community that you get out here. This is the cookout. So welcome to the cookout. And there's lots of food being cooked here at the cookout. And I always love seeing my friends, the Meeks family here. They've been coming for generations. They have generations represented here. And hopefully we're going to get to talk to them in a little bit. But, of course, everybody here to celebrate, commemorate, and, of course, have a good time once the parade ends here at MLK Memorial Park. And, of course, my issue is trying to figure out which one of these food trucks to actually start with and eat from because there's so many to choose from. Nicole, Calvin.
Laren, in about an hour, Laren, we're going to need you to run some of that food back to where we are right here on set because we know it's going to be good.
Awesome. It's always going to be a good time. It always has been a good time. And I'm telling you, the food here. The culture of the South Florida community definitely is represented here. South Florida is Caribbean. South Florida is Latin America. South Florida is African American, and all of that looks to be and always is represented here. And of course, that is the legacy that Dr. Martin Luther King leaves behind. It's community coming together for positive reasons, of course. Calvin, Nicole.
Absolutely. Laren, thank you. We'll check in with you in just a little bit. But there's one member of our Local 10 News crew that drew the very lucky assignment.
That would be our Chief Certified Meteorologist, Betty Davis. She is riding with the top down. And what better day, weather-wise, compared to this weekend, to do it, Betty?
First interview ever.
Good morning. Do you want to see how I breathe a sigh of relief? It goes something like, woof! You know, on Friday, a little worried about maybe some rain in the area, but I think we're going to get through this parade without having to worry about rain. Now, the top is down on the car, and you ask yourself, why are you not in the car, Miss Davis? Well, we are waiting to take our place in the parade route, but trust me, we are ready to go. We're going to join the line along with everyone else. Maybe you see the people in the pink. Those are the Girl Scouts waiting to take their place in the winds and temperatures climbing into the 80s this afternoon, but it's all good. At least we have a good break in the clouds. The sun is coming down on us, and we don't mind at all. It is the perfect weather for everybody to get out and take part in this parade. And the best thing about this is if you're at home and you're watching and you can't make it down here, you can ride along the parade route with me. Local10.com. We are streaming live, so just go to local10.com and you will essentially be riding along in the parade with me. Now, Nicole and Calvin, Laren described this as the cookout. And you know, the best thing about this cookout, everybody's invited. Everybody.
Yeah. I was just about to say, were you invited? But you and Laren have been invited to the cookout. Betty, stand by, because we believe there is movement. We see movement. So no doubt the parade is officially underway, Nicole.
That's right. The Miami Police Department is making their way close to us right now. And you know, of course, we have our JC and Eric. They're standing by right along 54th Street along the parade route. So you can see the Miami Police Department right now. They are led by Chief Manuel Morales, and they were established in 1896.
And we're talking 1,100 police officers. And what we're looking at right now, and you can see from our Sky 10 cam and also from our drone cam, you can see those are the police officers who are on the motorcade. We see them when they stop us, when some of us may be driving a little bit above the speed limit.
I don't know what Calvin's talking about, because I never do that. But here they are coming along right beside us, putting on a nice show for everybody in the stands. Families are here, children are here, everybody's enjoying this. Let's take a listen.
Once again, the City of Miami Police on display for us. And JC and Eric, that's the kind of motorcade that you guys drive in when you're driving into work in the morning time, right?
One of those at 3 a.m. I'm glad we got to see it, because all Eric and I could do was hear it.
Yeah, right.
That was the first of 100 entries you're about to see today.
And one of the coolest. You know, police departments always talk about the process of outreach, right? Getting into the community. What a way to start a parade. There's no better outreach than that. The tight turns, the precision, such talent.
The figure eights were impressive. You guys, we have so much more we're going to see. You can hear them. They're coming by. They're coming by. Hi.
Oh, I got dapped up. It's a good day.
Ah! Eric's getting all the
Some
attention.
of the best and brightest. Hey, these are some of the gentlemen, by the way, who give us an escort for the Local 10 Big Bus Toy Express.
Thank you, gentlemen. A couple more to go.
You guys are in the prime position for this. I mean, you guys are having a blast, but it looks like everybody else is having a blast too.
Some of those riders are ones who give us an escort for the Local 10 Big Bus Toy Express. And so they know the mission, they know the community and the importance that events like this and days like today have here in South Florida.
And now they're giving high fives to everybody that's standing along the barriers waiting for this parade to begin. We are talking about from 10th Street to 32nd Street, we are going to have quite a bit going on today. It is going to only get louder and louder as the parade continues with the bands, with all the high schools, with the colleges. It's going to get a little bit more active if you thought that was a great way to kick it off.
And what a great way to begin. So a fantastic start to the 47th Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, celebrating the life and legacy of the civil rights icon. A little bit slower march from the Miami-Dade State Troopers here. Thank you so much, Florida Highway Patrol, I believe this is. Troopers slowly setting the scene for what will be a long but fantastic day right here on Northwest 54th Street. Calvin, Nicole, will send it back to you guys. What a great vantage point.
Eric and JC, thank you guys so much. And it looks like FHP troopers are making their way right behind the City of Miami Police. So everyone, of course, as you've heard us mention, is here to celebrate and honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
And Dr. King came to Miami and actually walked these streets. So let's take a look back at the great man's connection to the Magic City, Miami.
A rare picture of the relaxed civil rights icon in Miami's Overtown section back in the 1960s at the historic Hampton House. Segregation made this a popular motel for traveling black celebrities. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had a suite on the ground floor and is said to have delivered the first version of his famous I Have a Dream speech at an event at the historic Hampton House.
I have a dream.
And the person who was present there that heard this was A.D. Moore, and he told us that. And so he said that he was so impressed that this is the speech that he gave at the Hampton House.
Miami had a special claim to Dr. King. During a discussion here, he expressed the need for leaders to connect and unify instead of divide Miami's ever-growing Cuban and black communities, both minority groups looking for opportunity.
I would like to leave Miami with the knowledge that the whole community will see this as its #1 problem and assign it top priority on things to do in the near future.
Miami native Enid Pinckney remembers seeing Dr. King as a child.
He went to Virginia Key Beach. He loved the beach. I heard him speak at Mount Zion Baptist Church. He spoke there, and people would go to hear him. He could always draw a crowd.
17 years ago this month, Local 10 News spoke with Dr. King's eldest daughter, Yolanda.
On King Day, it's about giving back. It's about a day on, not a day off.
Our interview happened exactly 1 year after her mother, Coretta Scott King, died from complications of a stroke. She was 78.
Much of that last 5 months of her life, she could not really articulate. And so I had to learn how to communicate with her through feeling what she wasn't saying. And it's interesting because it set the stage for our relationship now. The words are not there, but I feel her presence so strongly.
Tragically, 4 months after our conversation, Yolanda King died of a heart attack. She was only 51.
There's nothing that can replace a parent or a sibling. And in a sense, because Dad is so well known, and every year we have various anniversaries to remember him, it's almost like he's frozen in time. There's nothing that can replace a mother, so I greatly miss her.
We've got some difficult days ahead.
If alive today, Dr. King would be 95 years old. In 1986, 18 years after he was assassinated on a motel balcony in Memphis, January 20th was declared a national holiday.
Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And he's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Dr. King's final speech. After he was assassinated, the governor of Florida, Claude Kirk, issued this news release ordering flags on public buildings to be at half-staff for 3 days. The order also says it was in honor of the man killed during riots in Tallahassee after news of his assassination.
And it's incredible how far we have come, huh?
Incredible how far we've come, but there are so many people who say that the dream has not been realized and we still have a long way to go.
Well, we're going to bring you back now to what's happening here along the parade route. This is the 47th annual parade. The first time this parade happened was in 1977.
1977, thanks to Dr. Preston Marshall, who died unfortunately in 2015. But he did march with Dr. King. And this parade runs on Northwest 54th Street from 10th Avenue to 32nd Avenue. And let me tell you, this is a family affair in every way possible.
Absolutely. There's our drone cam giving you a bird's eye view of the parade. What an awesome shot that is. We just had the State Attorney Catherine Fernandez-Rundle, her motorcade go by. She has been the State Attorney since 1993, followed Janet Reno. She's the first Hispanic State Attorney. And we also had Miami Police Mounted Patrol on their horses go by too, so that was a nice sight to see.
And as we've heard from some of the other reporters, JC and Eric, who are right near us, they have talked about there are more than 100 entries to this parade. So we have our work cut out for us in terms of so many people who are going to be passing us by, but we have reporters fanned out all across every block in Liberty City to catch every moment of this parade.
That's right. And our coverage of the 47th annual MLK Day Parade is just getting started.
Well, coming up, we're introducing you to the Grand Marshals. One of them has a very famous voice that you will easily recognize.
But first, another live look from Sky 10 at 54th Street in Liberty City as this parade is well underway. We have our crews spanned out across 54th Street to bring you every single angle. We have so many people out here enjoying this parade on this day off. We're going to bring you much more coverage in just a little bit.
Sorry. Yarden.
Welcome back to the 47th annual MLK Day Parade. Calvin and I are here with you all at home watching the parade go by. You are looking at our drone camera, which is pretty cool to have this look over the parade. We didn't have this last year, so something new and fresh for you all at home. This is the Miami Police Department still making their way. Alongside us right now are the Miami Police Explorers.
Yes, young police officers in training. And by the way, for that drone cam, do we have a name for that? Can we come up with a name?
We'll make up one.
Okay, all right. Drone 10, the cool cam. We got to come up with something for the That is really awesome to see that drone cam. But speaking of the police explorers, we have our JC and Eric, our morning anchors. They are right by the young guys, the police officers in training. Hey, be nice to them, JC and Eric, because they may stop you for speeding on your way into work now.
Hey, Calvin, do not jinx me. I've been going a while without a ticket, so.
Yes.
And I definitely don't speed at 3 in the morning. I would never do that.
I also would like to say I've gone a while without a ticket. I would like to say that. So we're going to keep that narrative.
But yes, they came through. You guys saw. First, it was the motorcycles doing the figure eights, doing the big circles. Then it was the mounted patrol. You know, my heart and soul goes out to all the equestrians. And then now we have the explorers coming by. Oh, who's coming now? We've got the Chiefs. Oh, the cheerleaders. This is about to get good, you guys. We've got our football players. These are our peewees. We've got our cheerleaders. They've got the pom-poms ready. Hey, guys.
How you guys doing? You guys having a good day? You ready to celebrate Dr. King today?
Yeah.
All right, man of short words.
Right to the point.
Poignant statements, right to the point.
and the Super Bowl.
Congratulations. Congratulations, young fella. Look, that's the energy we want, right? Got the cheerleaders making some noise as well. I see you. You look good, young fella. You ready to celebrate Dr. King today?
Yep.
What does he mean to you?
Everything. He motivated my life, and he motivated everything.
A young man motivated with everything. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir.
We're getting wisdom from the youth. We're getting a sugar rush from the youth. We're getting a show.
We
What a great
gotta see
day.
the cheerleaders. Check them out. They are cheering us on right now. Thank you. You can sound great, girls. Coming up next on the phone, we've got more from City of Miami Police. They're taking up the whole start of this parade. This is the Underwater Recovery Marine Patrol.
And what a great show. Hey, guys, how you doing?
You know what?
Good to see you wave. You're live on TV. Hello.
And you know
Let
what,
the,
you
let
guys,
the van
Eric and
pass
JC,
and get their FaceTime. Yeah, you guys look good. Hey. You look good up there, sir. It's
ahead,
about the
Nicole.
celebration
Talk to
of the
us, talk to
day.
us.
It is the smiles,
You
it
know
is
what,
the
you guys,
joy,
it's so nice
it is the
to
opportunity
see.
to celebrate Dr. King on some of the streets that he walked so many years ago. Miami played such an integral role in his pathway towards his mission for civil rights and his pathway to the I Have a Dream speech, a speech he practiced not too far from here. In fact, just a little bit to the southwest of here, the Hampton House, that legendary hotel that was the spot for so many black entertainers, dignitaries, athletes. They all gathered there as a respite, as a place where they can enjoy and reinvigorate themselves. It all happened right here in South Florida. It's one of the reasons why this is such an important parade in our nation's history.
As we pass it back to Nicole and Calvin, we see Miami-Dade Corrections. We can hear them coming up right behind us right now.
Thank you, Eric and JC. And you know, I just wanted to say for the Police Athletic League, their mission is to foster a relationship between the police and the youth. So it was so nice to see Eric chatting with our youth that are in the parade right now. We love to see it.
I saw some of them handing out candy, so that's a way to really kind of garner some new friendships.
Yes, and as Miami-Dade Corrections makes their way by, we do want to bring your attention to our set here today because it is adorned with these beautiful red carnations, and red carnations were Coretta Scott King's favorite flowers.
And these have really significant meaning because 3 weeks before Dr. King was killed, Dr. King sent Coretta Scott King these flowers, but they were artificial flowers, and MLK replied so that you could actually keep them as a keepsake forever.
Yeah, and those were the last flowers she received from him, and she cherished those until she died 38 years later. So very beautiful.
Well, there are so many events that are happening all across South Florida to honor Dr. King. One specifically, the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence hosted its 31st annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship Breakfast at the Miami Beach Convention Center. The breakfast is the largest of its kind in the nation. Congresswoman Frederica Wilson founded that event. The 5,000 Role Models, the project's mission is to guide young boys along a carefully chartered path to manhood and college. And today, being honored, hip-hop legend Rick Ross, the boss, and actor Omari Hardwick, also known as the Ghost from a great series that he did on the Starz Network. They were both honored as new honorees for the breakfast this morning. I was host of that event for many years, and because of this event, I'm not able to make it over there, but would have loved to have seen Rick Ross, the boss. Well, a lot of the VIPs at the breakfast are certainly making their way over here to be a part of this big event.
Yeah, of course, and that includes one of the Grand Marshals. So here's a closer look at one of the honorees.
Very curious, and then of course curiosity feeds imagination.
A California native, Bob Duggan, has done many things in his life, but becoming a Grand Marshal is something he would have never expected.
And they put me out front, and I'm all in. They asked me, they said, "Would you do that?" I said, "Hell yeah, I'll do this." You know.
An entrepreneur who worked his way up from mowing lawns and selling newspapers to running multi-million-dollar companies. Now the Grand Marshal at the Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade, and he couldn't be more honored.
He was a great healer, so I had nothing but admiration and love for him. Then I just noticed the crowds that he would draw in that his I Have a Dream speech. It was impressive.
Justice, I have a dream.
A role Duggan holds in the highest regard, his sights are set on inspiring others by carrying on Dr. King's legacy.
I always loved and appreciated Martin Luther King. Why did I love him? Because I said, that guy's taken on a job that not many others will face.
And the work doesn't just stop on MLK Day for Duggan. Through his initiative, Genius Inc., his focus is educating the youth in underserved and inner city communities.
We're touching life, bring awareness and understanding that we need you to be playing the game of life. Life is to conduct yourself in a manner that creates the future.
Duggan's mission in life is to make a difference for the better and
to let people know that it's inherent. The word inherent means inside.
You know, it's stories like his that always mean so much. So he started from mowing lawns and selling newspapers, and then now he's turned into this billionaire who is giving back. So his goal is to give back to children and underserved communities, and I think that's always most important.
Yeah, one of the principles of Dr. King was self-determination, and it sounds like this gentleman is living out that dream.
Yeah.
Well, one of the other Grand Marshals today for the parade is a very famous voice that you likely will definitely recognize. I have no doubt about it. Nancy Cartwright is an award-winning actress and the voice of Bart Simpson on the longtime hit animated series, The Simpsons. And the third Grand Marshal is the celebrated actor and comedian Tommy Davidson, one of my favorite comedians. We all remember him from the hit show In Living Color. We will see Davidson and Cartwright on the parade route a little later on. Cannot wait for that. Let's take you back now to the parade. Of course, that's the reason for the season, why we're out here. Is it the drone cam or the sky cam? Let's check it out and see what we're looking at right now. That's Manuel Morales, the Chief Director of the Miami Police Department. And so the Miami-Dade Corrections, also they're jamming on the back of that. Look at that float. Oh, yes. They came past up. They were really rocking the house. I love that.
So Miami-Dade Corrections, they serve 30 police departments in the county. The Corrections Department has 3,000 employees, and it was created along with Miami-Dade Police back in 1836.
Wow. And the Miami-Dade Corrections, they serve 30 police departments, and County Corrections and has, as you talked about, 3,000 officers and was founded in 1836. So just an incredible corrections department that we have in Miami-Dade County, but also it is a major employer for a lot of people who live in this community and for all of South Florida.
And as Calvin said, they're jamming.
Yeah.
I mean, they're enjoying this parade. And everybody that's along where we are on this route, they're doing the same thing. There are so many families around us that are enjoying this. Everybody's got their phone out because, of course, you got to record it.
This is a moment for so many, and going past us right now, 99 fans. What you're looking at, too, is the drone cam, too, of many of the people who are going down 54th Street. Such a major parade. 1977, this started. Preston Marshall, unfortunately, he passed away in 2015, did not live to see what it has become. The 47th annual MLK Day Parade, and so many families out here just enjoying the moment.
And you know what? It's not only, the party is not only right here along 54th Street, because when it's over, there's a family festival. And if you remember at the top of the show, you saw our Laren Livingston. He's there. So that's going to go on until 5 o'clock at the MLK Memorial Park. That's at 6000 Northwest 32nd Court. There's food there. There's music. There's food. Did I mention there's food?
We love the food. So there are so many people who are not only looking forward to the food, but they're dancing over here too. So I cannot wait to see some of the dances. Maybe I can pick up one or two.
Maybe you can pick up some of their moves. So our coverage of the 47th annual MLK Day Parade is in full swing.
But this is not the only parade happening right now. Coming up, we're going to take you to historic Sispunk Boulevard and the annual Fort Lauderdale MLK Day Parade.
But first, another live look from Sky 10 at 54th Street in Liberty City as we share the first of many notable quotes from Dr. Martin Luther King. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. You're looking live at Sky 10, the 47th annual MLK Day Parade. The voices of Calvin Hughes and Nicole Perez. We are having so much fun out here because, as we have talked about before, so many families are lined up and they look forward to this day.
Yes.
If alive today, by the way, Dr. King would be 95 years old.
This is a very special day for many people that are still following in his footsteps, and they want to carry his legacy on. I wish you could see us during the commercial break, because Calvin, I mean, he is dancing nonstop, because we had 99 Jams pass by, Hot 105. I mean, I wish you could see this.
You call it dancing, other people would call it something else, because for other folks, that's not I need to work on my dance moves. But we have so many people going by with their floats and the loud music. Yeah.
Yes, and we have our morning anchors, Eric and JC. They are along the route. They are right around the corner from us, and they are here with us. Eric, JC, take it away.
But yeah, Calvin, I got to say, dancing is all in the spirit, right? It's not necessarily in the execution. Doesn't matter if you're breaking it down, if you just got a little bounce.
Speak for yourself. I was
That's
making moves, okay? So speak for yourself. I was dancing. 99 Jams gave the Local 10 shout out.
Yes.
Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times. Then Hot 105 came through, and they were breaking it down.
And if you know, there's nothing like getting a shout out on the radio. There's nothing like getting a shout out on the radio.
All over again.
That's right.
I love that. You guys, can we show all the people that are out here today? You know, at our highest, we've had 500,000 people come out for this MLK Day Parade.
And in fact, Calvin, you were talking about Preston Marshall. Step forward, my friend, Miss Lynette. Could you step? Hi, how are you? Happy MLK Day. This woman has a shirt on, not only of Dr. King, but also of Preston Marshall, the man who founded this parade. Thank you, Miss Lynette. Happy Martin Luther King Day to you. Not only the man who founded the parade, but a man who Ronald Reagan consulted to even get the process of MLK Day recognized as a federal holiday. We owe so much of today in the celebration of Dr. King to Preston Marshall, an educator here in South Florida, a man who has left his lasting legacy on our country.
And we set the tone, the first to have the parade, the longest running parade. And when you see how many people come out as spectators and how many people come out as entries, it just goes to show you what Dr. Martin Luther King means to all of us and our history, and really working for rights for everyone.
It is so cool to see the turnout here. What a great up close look at a helicopter. How many people get this close to a helicopter moving right down the middle of Northwest 54th Street, Miami-Dade, one of the many agencies here making today special. Calvin, Nicole, you got that bird's eye view. What a great vantage point.
I mean, from any angle you're at, this parade is just absolutely spectacular. And you can probably hear it, though, the sirens, the music. Right now, that just passed us, the police director, Miami-Dade Police Director Stephanie Daniels, her truck going by. Eric just mentioned the helicopter. The police department, everybody's on their best behavior today, because the amount of police officers that have come by, you know everyone's behaving.
And what a display of their force that they use to not only make this community safe, but every community safe in Miami-Dade County. And for the young kids who are out here, maybe this will inspire them to pursue a career in law enforcement. But so this is far more than just showing off their equipment. And let me show you here. Yes, that's Tommy Davidson. That is the comedian, the actor. He was so funny on the show In Living Color. He is a great, great, great person
And
to be.
yeah, he's 60 years old. He was born in Mississippi. He became national star on sketch comedy TV show In Living Color.
Love that.
Calvin was just talking to me about this a little while ago. He also starred in Rock and Malcolm and Eddie, among so many other things. And he's married and he's got 2 kids, and he's having a great time.
Yes, one of the Grand Marshals, and on the back of the drop top, our Betty Davis is in one of those convertible cars too. We're going to be checking with her shortly. But also, this is not the only celebration to honor the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today. There are parades and events all across South Florida.
Yeah, so let's move north to Broward County for the big parade that's happening there. Local 10 News reporter Terrell Fournay is live in Fort Lauderdale off famed Sistrunk Boulevard with the festivities there. Hey, Terrell.
Hey, good morning to you. Good morning to everyone. You guys are having a good time out there. A good time certainly was had here in Fort Lauderdale. The parade actually started about 9:30 this morning, and it wrapped up about a half an hour or so ago. But the folks here have since moved to a different area for a community celebration in a park. But things here started off kind of gloomy. There was overcast, and people even felt a few showers. Fortunately, that weather held off. People, again, were able to have a good time, and the fact that that parade moved through the historic Sistrunk neighborhood was no coincidence. Stepping out and marching down Sistrunk Avenue, a parade filled with the usual flair. From high-energy music to the familiar faces of elected leaders, Fort Lauderdale's King Holiday Celebration delivered.
That's what he stands for, man. We supposed to be out here supporting it, you know what I'm saying, and bringing our generation up in the right way, too.
But to some of the thousands of people who lined the streets of Sistrunk Boulevard Monday morning, just being here meant honoring MLK's legacy. Just ask 76-year-old Kathy Smith.
It means a great deal to me to be here because of what the struggle was all about. I lived through it. It was not always the way that it is now. I remember when there were only 2 beaches.
What does it symbolize to you?
Growth and change at the same time.
The celebration of the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is happening in a historic corridor of the city, which is one reason why city officials aim to support the annual event every year. The city's vice mayor is the first black female commissioner.
Some people don't understand that it's named after Dr. Sistrunk. It's just not a name that randomly came about. He was actually the doctor that treated and cared for so many of the black community at that time.
He represented the love that God had for all of us, not just black people, but all people in general. So this is definitely important to me. This is my great-granddaughter, and I want her to understand that things have not always been the way they seem. Yeah. Now we have more liberties than we ever had, and yet we're still in a struggle. Yeah.
Certainly a highlight of my day was speaking with Kathy Smith, a very wise woman. She, along with thousands of other people, certainly had smiles on their faces as this parade continued down Sistrunk Boulevard. But again, things right now have moved to Joseph C. Carter Park in Fort Lauderdale, where there is a day-long celebration with plenty of vendors there. We should also mention that there is also a service day component attached to this Fort Lauderdale parade and march, where volunteers from near and far prepare care packages for people who live in this community, and they also go around picking up trash, helping to further beautify this area. Again, all volunteers, a day of service for individuals here in Fort Lauderdale, and by all accounts, a very successful event that some people are already looking for next year. We're live in Fort Lauderdale. Terrell Fournay, Local 10 News.
Terrell, it's like you said, it's a day of service, so many people are out here enjoying the day, yes, but they want to carry on Dr. King's legacy. And it's not only here in Miami, so Terrell is in Fort Lauderdale. Terrell, you are in Broward County, and you are still finding ways to be out there with the community. The community still has a chance to go out and honor Dr. King without having to come all the way down to Miami. So you're noticing a lot of people come out there, huh, and enjoy the day.
You know, I was speaking with quite a few people out here today, and they tell me that the number of people that they saw lining the streets here on Sistrunk Boulevard larger than the numbers they have seen in years. So yes, there are people who live on the block surrounding this neighborhood who showed up with their lawn chairs to come out for this parade, but the parking lots and the areas to park, those lots were also filled, and that is a big indication that people are driving from other cities, other communities to come here and celebrate the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr.
Terrell, thank you so much. Our Terrell Fournay live for us in Fort Lauderdale, and of course celebrating one of the many events happening in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You know, years ago I had the opportunity to talk with Coretta Scott King, and she said this was a day on and not a day off. And so many people would use this holiday as a time to maybe spend time with their families. But she says, get out in the community and make it a day of service. And that's why I think a lot of people have really taken that advice, trying to get out, clean up their communities or whatever it may be. But today is really a day on and not a day off.
And you know, as you say that too, and we see the families that are out here as we look live at the parade that's going by, I think it's also important to know all the children that are here, because they may not know who Dr. King is. So they have to come out with family to learn about him and all that he did for equality. And, you know, it's so important for them to come out here and learn the history of this day.
And I think oftentimes history is lost over generations, and you're so correct to say that some of them may not know Dr. King and the real Dr. King. And I think part of that is, for Dr. King, he was more than just one speech. He was more than just an I have a dream speech. He spoke about many different things, but he was also a father.
Yeah.
And he was also a man of honor and a pastor. So as we talk about the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, you're looking live at the MLK Day Parade, the 47th annual MLK Day Parade. So much happening here, so many people out lining the streets.
And right next to us is the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, the first Greek fraternity established by African Americans. It was founded at Cornell University, and they are having a great time along 54th Street. There is so much more for you ahead. We are going to take a short break and be back in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back to the 47th annual MLK Day Parade. We are so happy to be here. Calvin and myself, Nicole Perez, are here. We've done this a few years already.
Yes.
It's so nice to be out here and to see the parade going by right along 54th Street. It is well underway. We're already at an hour in. It doesn't even feel like it.
It doesn't feel, time flies when you're having fun. You know, I want to piggyback off of something that you said going into break. You talked about the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. That was the fraternity that Dr. King belonged to, along with a number of other great men. And I say that because I belong to another fraternity called Kappa Alpha Psi. We're not rivals, but, you know, we like to poke fun at each other.
Competition.
But yes, Alpha Phi Alpha was the first, I must say. But you know, my fraternity, you know, we like to have fun. I just say, and we love to do community service.
Yes, and we love to see the fraternities, the sororities, everybody out here, you know, enjoying this great day.
And what you're looking at here too is the sorority of Alpha Kappa Alpha, the sort of the sister sorority of Alpha Phi Alpha. But we want to take you now to what's happening in Boston. This happened just a couple of years ago. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is being honored around the nation, of course, but the city of Boston has a massive 20-foot tall by 40-foot wide bronze memorial statue called the Embrace. It symbolizes the hug that Dr. King shared with his wife, Coretta Scott King, after he won the Nobel Peace Prize back in 1964. One of the couple's first dates ever was in the city of Boston. Both went to Boston University, by the way. The statue is the country's largest monument dedicated to racial equality. So what a moment there, and what a great celebration that is happening all across the nation.
Let's take you back out live to the parade that's happening right here in Miami on 54th Street. And we can show you what we are looking at right now. Calvin mentioned the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. They were founded in 1908 at Howard University. 350,000 members. These are the members of the Alpha Gamma Delta Omega chapter in Miami. They've been in Miami for decades.
They are so prominent and one of many of the entries that are here in the parade, but we're going to take you now. You're looking at the drone cam. We got Sky 10. We also have so many of our reporters lined up around South Florida, ready to show you the celebration on the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. We're going to take a very quick break, and we're back in just a moment. Don't go away. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the MLK Day Parade, the 47th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Parade right here in Liberty City. We're so honored to be a part of this once again. This community looks forward to it, and so do we.
Absolutely. Welcome back to our street side set here on 54th Street in Liberty City for our second hour of live team coverage of the MLK Day Parade.
It feels extra special today because this would have been Dr. King's 95th birthday. So many people not only look forward to this day because of his life and legacy, but the fact that it brings this community together as one. Local 10 is the only station bringing you live continuous coverage of this amazing event, and we couldn't be more excited. Thousands of people, as I talked about, parents, kids, neighbors, so many people are lining the streets for this annual spectacle.
And they are seeing floats and marching bands, champion football teams, the police departments, all here to honor Dr. King.
And we have you covered from the beginning of the parade to the very end, where there is going to be, of course, you can't have a parade and not have a big party.
That's right. And our Local 10 News morning anchors, Eric Yetzi and JC Birch, are street side for us. They are enjoying everything. Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going great. What a great day. That cloud cover is just perfect on this Monday morning for a parade for the ages to celebrate Dr. King. The sights, the sounds, the smells wafting in from all of these neighborhoods, from all these vendors, from all these mom and pop spots, all coming out. Togetherness, a celebration of Dr. King today.
And I like it because we are on today. We are not taking the day off. We are doing exactly what Dr. King would have wanted, serving, honoring, and just enjoying the fruits of his labor for his entire very short life, cut way too short at age 39. But today is made so special by everybody who comes together. And you can see a lot of our fire rescue organizations here in South Florida are showing us that they are here on this parade route right now.
Nothing says a parade like the sirens, right?
Yeah.
The overwhelming power that really carries the message of what we're looking to celebrate today. So many people coming out, togetherness, unity, to really carry on the mission of Dr. King. It is our responsibility not just to recognize him today, but to remember his words and put into action his calls for us to all be better.
And to bring us all together. We've got cheerleaders right here, and of course we've got City of Miami Fire Rescue coming in right behind us. Hey girls! Love it. Show us those, we got some UM colors over there.
The pom-poms ready to rock. Calvin, Nicole, we've been seeing the pom-poms shaking all throughout the morning. We've seen the young people coming out and getting the candy and enjoying each other. We love these sights, especially for all these young folks who are learning the importance of Dr. King's mission and carrying it on step by step.
Absolutely. There's no better place to be, right? This is the spot to be. Thank you guys so much. Let's check in with our Alexis Frazier, because earlier, you know, she was all about the fit and she had her drink. She was ready to go. Alexis, what have you been up to the last hour?
Well, guys, I've just been enjoying the crowd. Some people hiding from the camera, some people ready to get in front of the camera. I'm going to introduce you to an amazing little girl in just a moment. Right now, though, I want to keep you updated with the parade. You can see, I heard you guys checked in with 99 Gems earlier, but now they're on our street. They're near 27th Ave, so we're really excited to see 99 Gems. They're playing Drake right now, who I absolutely love, just in case you didn't know. But let's talk about, this is some music that we hear on the radio, right? But what about that live music, the band that gives you that good feel? You know, HBCUs and bands, they go together like, I don't know, peanut butter and jelly, right? It just makes sense, you know? But get this, did you know that Florida Memorial University, they only created a band 4 years ago? Insane, right? But just because they're 4 years old, that doesn't mean that they can't teach some old dogs some new tricks. Take a look.
They chant in unison. They play in perfect harmony. And they move slicker than your average. They're the Roar Marching Band.
The roar of the lion, which is the most dominating sound in the entire jungle. And when the lion roars, all of the animals tremble in fear. And the sound that we produce, the sound that got us the #1 band at HBCU, that sound is definitely synonymous with the roar of the lion.
They were created 4 years ago during the pandemic, but wasted no time making a name for themselves.
I didn't think that we would grow so fast in 4 years, but to be the band of the year was just amazing.
They started out with only 48 members, which they refer to as the First 48, and has grown to more than 100 members.
I've been in the band for 3 years now. To be a part of it, to see it go from where it was to where it is now, just knowing that God isn't going to stop this trajectory. He's going to take us to bigger and better places.
Ready, and go! One of their biggest challenges was proving the doubters wrong.
But I think we've made some believers out of some people now. And, we're looking forward to the exponential growth.
But they did that and more. And now they're planning to continue growing right here at home, bringing Black excellence center field. I got to watch them practice before their MLK Parade show. And being that I was a former majorette at FAMU, I took it back to my roots with the Lion Essence dancers, who reminded me how it's done. Ha! I think I still got it. Now you will see what they've got during the MLK celebrations.
Being able to represent South Florida's only HBCU and to have the HBCU present in the MLK Parade here in our own city, that's a great honor.
Expect to feel the roar, and I mean that literally in the sound.
All right, guys, so I am ready to see the band live. I cannot wait to see what they do, because that snippet of practice just wasn't enough. But of course, they're always looking for help. To find out how you can donate to the band, just head over to our website at local10.com. We have all that information on the website. So talking about, you know, making money and entrepreneurs, we have this little girl right here. Her name's Elena. How are you? She has her lemonade. She's creating her own lemonade business. You can tell us what it's called and where people can find it.
Fat It's lemonade.
Okay, tell us about it. What made you want to do a lemonade stand?
One day I just wanted to start saving up money so I could buy my own stuff. And then my dad asked, and then I told my dad I wanted to start my own lemonade business.
Are you proud of her?
Yeah, definitely proud.
So if people aren't here at the parade, where can they find you guys?
They can check me on Facebook. She's actually in the midst of getting her own Facebook page. My name on Facebook is DJ Rod Saunders, and I'm her biggest supporter.
Love that. This is what MLK Day is about. We are all getting our business out there, coming together as a community to support each other. So I'm going to toss things back to you guys because I'm patiently, anxiously waiting to see the band come down this street.
Okay, and we love your dance moves, by the way. That's how you dance. See, if I break it down, I'm not getting back up.
You're not going to tell Alexis how you were practicing what she was doing?
She could do it way better than I can. Trust me. You look great, Alexis. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis. Okay, and a member of our Local 10 News team drew the very lucky assignment of riding in the parade.
The one and only Betty Davis, our chief certified meteorologist. Betty, we can see you waving at the crowd. Hope you're having a good time out there.
A fantastic time. Nobody does a parade like Liberty City. And this is something interesting. I see J.C. Birch, Eric Yutzi. For those of you who have ever wondered how does the behind the scenes work, this is how it works. I am in the parade route, and there you see the people lining the streets. You see our Local 10 News anchors. And guess who I'm rolling up on now? Hi, Calvin. Hi, Nicole. Isn't this neat?
Hi.
This is the behind the scenes of how it all comes together. Now, I do have some business to settle. People have been asking me, is it going to rain? They see the clouds. They're asking, is it going to rain?
Course.
Well, I'm happy to say it is not going to rain on this parade. Do you know how many years I've been waiting to say that? How many years in my career I've been waiting to say it's not going to rain on a parade in the literal sense? This is my moment. But back to this parade route. I forgot to show off our car. I do that every year, right? Well, this year we're in a budget-friendly silver Mustang. Same driver. He would not miss this day. Bill McCord. And this year, instead of a band behind us, we have the City of Miami sanitation workers, and boy, do they have tricks in those trucks. I didn't know a sanitation truck could do that. They have tricks. And of course, the Local 10 Weather Authority truck in front of me. And then all the beautiful people lining the streets. Look at these crowds. If you've been streaming along with us at home live, you've been in this parade route with me, and I am not leaving this route. So you get to see it all, whether you are here in person or not. And this crowd, this crowd is lit, as the young people used to say. I'm not sure they say that anymore, but they all are so happy to be here. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? All right, this is everyone showing up to commemorate and celebrate the life and legacy of MLK. And Nicole and Calvin, as we're riding along, I'm looking at this area and everything I see in front of me and everything I see around me, all of the different businesses and industries that are in this parade route. And I've been thinking about what history I can pull about Dr. King. And when I saw the City of Miami sanitation workers banner, I thought about how the night before he was assassinated, Dr. King spoke to striking sanitation workers, and he spoke to them about remaining committed to the struggle to the very end. So I hope everyone at home is using this moment to, one, enjoy the party, two, reflect on Dr. King, but keep teaching and never forgetting what he did. There are just so many lessons all around us, and I hope everyone is sharing those lessons, sharing the history with your children, your loved ones. Nicole and Calvin?
And Betty, you mentioned the sanitation workers that Dr. King spoke to. Right behind you, if you're watching live, is our solid waste management department. They're headed by Wade Sanders. And their mission, of course, keep Miami beautiful. They service nearly 67,000 households. And the workers make nearly 7 million stops a year. They're having a great time in this parade. You saw them turning around in circles. I mean, they're enjoying themselves for sure.
And, you know, and to really play on what Betty was talking about, April 3rd of 1968, of course, Dr. King was assassinated on April 4th, but the night before is when he gave his mountaintop speech, Dr. King did. And there were so many people who told him not to go to Memphis, Tennessee to be with the sanitation workers. In fact, some people were asking, why would you even walk with the striking sanitation workers in Memphis who felt like they were not being treated fairly? But Dr. King said, you know what, if I'm going to march for anybody, these are the people who I need to be with. So Betty makes a wonderful point that Dr. King wanted to be with everyone who was about equality and justice.
Yeah.
And now to where this parade will come to an end. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Park.
And there's going to be a huge party, if the party's not already huge now. We spoke to our Larry Livingston at the top of the hour. Let's check back in with him and see how much he's eaten already. Aaron, how's it going?
It's hard to hear because, of course, the cookout is cooking out. Lots of folks are already starting to show up here, and of course, all of the vendors are all set up. This, of course, is where the parade culminates at MLK Memorial Park. You've got live music stages being set up over there, the bouncy houses set up for the children. And what I love about this section, I guess, of today's events is the fact that you get to meet so many interesting people like this young lady who's actually been on Channel 10 many years before, right, many years ago. Miriam Jackson, you're 15 now. We interviewed you when you first started your lemonade stand. Now you're here at this event. How important is this event for you today?
I feel like MLK for me and my family, it's just to honor not only Martin Luther King, but the rest of our ancestors that fought for us to have the freedom that we do have today. And being here just showed them that they didn't do it for nothing.
Love that. You got lemonade here. This one's mine. This one, because it's a little warm. Hold on, and this is cold. Like, this is cold. Hold on. Miriam, you did all right. No, thank you. This is fantastic. Miriam's Lemonade Stand, Miriam Jackson. Look, check her out if you're coming to the park here. But thank you for speaking with me, and happy MLK Day to you. Thank you. And what I love is you see people like this young lady. You got this young man right here at the BJ Hibachi Incorporated. Look at my man here in his chef's hat. What's your name, Doc?
My name is Brian.
Brian, what are you serving up over here? And are you in charge here in this chef's hat du jour?
Yes, I am. So today we have a hibachi chicken and fried rice. Hold on, let me open it. All right.
Okay, so, come on, chicken and rice. All right.
Rice. Something simple, not too much. And we also have yum yum sauce here that you can also add on the rice or on the chicken if you want to eat it like that.
How old are you?
I am 16.
We got a 15-year-old young female entrepreneur. We got a 16-year-old young male entrepreneur. How important is it for you to be here celebrating MLK Day in this way?
I really feel like as a black person, it's already important as me to understand my history, but also as an entrepreneur and also having this family-owned business, it's also a good thing to get me started up. So when I end up growing up to become an adult, I know how to kind of carry myself.
Generational wealth. I love it. Thank you, sir. That is what it's all about. Lots of different people coming together, being in community, and celebrating and commemorating the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. How are y'all? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. You came to me a little late. Otherwise, you would have caught me cutting a step with Miss Red over there and the ladies. Because we did do some electric sliding earlier. Right? Because if you're going to come to the cookout, you got to do a little bit of electric slide, a little bit of line dancing. And I also wanted to talk about, you got folks who are here for the first time. Silva, I caught her on the phone, but Silva Nochi, she says her food truck is named for her deceased brother, so they're here in his honor, in his memory, in his legacy. Also here for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy. How important is it for you to be here, especially for the first time?
It's really important to just, Martin Luther King was all about peace. So just being able to be a part of this, being around everybody, just having a great time. I just feel like that's just something that we could do in his honor,
And I love that. So far, so good. What's been the response so far? I know there's a few people showing up.
Yeah, so far it's going so good. We just had a couple customers, so we appreciating the love, especially being our first time here. So far so good.
All right, Miss Silva, thank you. And like I said, Miss Silva and her family, they're here for the first time. And then we got the Meeks family over here. I have to put them on because we see them every time we're here. They've been coming for generations, and of course it's an important event for you all, an important holiday.
Laren, we know you're having the time of your life. We know you are having such a great time, Laren. We're going to grab it from you for just a quick moment.
And we're going to go to JC and Eric right now. They're standing by with the First Lady of Miami-Dade County. That would be Mayor Daniela Levine Cava.
We grabbed her. We saw her coming by. Mayor, what do you think about this parade so far?
I love this parade. Each and every year we are here because the community is so involved. We've got folks not just from right this area, they come from all over, and we've got a lot of great acts here, and people are coming out for the entertainment, but they're also coming out for the cause. Everybody here knows the importance of Martin Luther King Day. They know the importance of the legacy, that we have to work hard to bring unity. That's what we're here for. So I'm very, very proud of this community, and I'm excited to be out here today.
And the oldest Martin Luther King Jr. parade in the country is celebrated right here. His importance in this community cannot be understated. It's got to make you feel great to see all these young people here celebrating that.
It makes me feel great, and we came from the 5,000 Role Models Breakfast. Congresswoman Wilson every year sponsors scholarships. We gave out over $200,000 just for Miami-Dade County. Thousands of young people whose lives have been turned around thanks to that program, all in the remembrance of Martin Luther King.
I love that Dr. King always wanted to bring everybody together. The Cuban population during that time, and of course the Black Americans, everyone. That was his goal.
And he stood up for workers, everyday working people. And some of the things he did were not too popular in his day. And he knew that he was taking a risk, but he was a man of courage and faith, and he knew he had to do what was right.
And not just celebration, but service. This is the only federal holiday designated as a National Day of Service by Congress. That's a part of the conversation, isn't it?
Incredible, because Dr. King told us that everyone can be great because everyone can serve.
Love that. Thank you so much for talking to us today, because I know you have a long way to walk.
She does.
I'm loving it, and I'm running. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Miami-Dade Mayor Daniela Levine Cava.
We appreciate that, And she's off. I love that. We really wanted to talk to her and get a live interview. And I actually saw her group saying, hey, turn down the sirens just for a second so we can hear the mayor speak for a moment.
Yeah, these service agencies in her county, right, doing their jobs, making sure that not only her message is heard, but they are heard as well, being a part of the headliner of today's parade. Calvin, Nicole, send it back to you.
Love that.
Okay, great work, JC, Eric, thanks a lot, and we're going to be checking in with you quite a bit over the next hour. Thank you, and such a great event to bring out so many elected officials, but also just family and friends, and this is about unity in the community.
And it's great to see them out in the community, to give the people a chance to see them, say hello, shake some hands, give some high fives. There's so much going on. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue is coming up along right by our stage set up here. We are going to take a quick break and be back in a couple of minutes to show you much more of this wonderful parade.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 47th Annual MLK Day Parade, exclusively right here on Local 10. What you're seeing and what you're hearing, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, they are so important. The first responders who are there when we need them, and they are always there. We have one of the best crews not only in the country, but in the world. You have to remember they were first on the scene to Surfside, and so many other critical moments that have happened over the history of not only South Florida, but all of the tragic events that have happened in the world. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, they are one of the first to be there on the scene. And
they respond to every call, and they were established in 1935. Their chief, the Miami-Dade Fire Rescue chief, is Ray Jodala. They have 2,700 employees and 71 fire stations, and they're responsible for 2,100 square miles. So you can imagine how many calls they get in a day that they respond to. And their motto, always ready, proud to serve.
And these are the people we call when we dial 911, a critical system, not just in Miami-Dade County, but all over the country. But these little people who are out here watching and looking at them, they're looking at possible careers and professions in the field of service, which is what Dr. King was all about.
Yes.
He was all about serving, as I talked about before. Coretta Scott King, who I had the privilege of interviewing, said on this day, this is a day on and not a day off. And so many people are out here because not only do they want to serve, but they want to remember a great man.
And with the amount of people that are out here today along 54th Street, and not only here in Liberty City, but also in Fort Lauderdale, I think they understand that message, and that's why they came out here today, to honor Martin Luther King Jr., to continue in his footsteps, to teach the little ones about what he did to serve the community. And I think that's why it's also very important for them to see the police departments drive by, fire rescue, everybody that we've seen come by, because they have a chance. Not often do they have a chance, do families have a chance to see, police officers in this way, happy, excited, high fives. Look at the faces that you're seeing on our television. All the children are so excited to be here. So it's so important to have this moment, even if it's, once a year, but it's this time of relaxation and enjoying the day.
And this was a chance for the community to come together as one. And if we can ask the director to come out to both Nicole and I myself, as you look at our set here, these carnations are so important. We talked about it in the last hour, but these carnations were so important because Dr. King, 3 days before he passed away, he gave his wife, Coretta Scott King, these carnations.
And she cherished them. She loved them. They were her favorite flower. They're the red carnations, and she cherished these until she died 38 years later. So special, and we wanted to share this moment with you all so you can see what meant so much to her.
And what means so much to these people is, so everyone who has come out here, is for everyone to come together as one. It is rare. Name another event in Miami-Dade, name another event in South Florida where everyone comes together, elected officials, public servants. All of these people are coming together to say, you know what, on this day, I know sometimes we're divided, but on this day we are together.
And it's also so nice to hear the stories. You hear mom telling their son or daughter, oh, you know what, the MLK meant so much because of this. And Alexis Frazier, she had people out there with T-shirts honoring him.
Yes.
And, it's just all about remembering what he stood for, equality, and carrying it on. We are going to continue on showing you every bit of this parade. We have our crews lined up all along 54th Street, even in Fort Lauderdale. Tara Fournier is over there too. We're going to take a quick break and bring you much more in just a couple of minutes.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 47th Annual MLK Day Parade. You're looking live right now at Sky 10, and of course our drone camera. See, we haven't given this drone cam a name. Can we give it a name? Can we come up with
Drone
something
10.
cool? Drone 10, you like that?
For
I
now.
like that.
For now.
I like that too. Drone 10 is doing its work. So many entries have come by. We're talking entries as in more than 100 people, 100 floats, public officials, public servants. They have all come by, and they're going to be going by for the next hour at least as we are here for the MLK Day Parade. So many families looking forward to this.
Yes. And did you mention already 100 entries for the
Yes,
parade?
yes.
Okay. Sometimes I don't even hear what Calvin's saying. He's sitting right next to me. So
It's loud out here.
We are enjoying the parade. We are street side, so our stage is set up right along 54th Street. And I believe who's coming along our way is Northwestern High.
Yes. Oh, the Bulls in the house. Yes. They have a great Oliver Gilbert. How are you? Yes. Nice to see you. Yes, Commissioner, great to see you. Former mayor of Miami Gardens. Yes, the Northwestern Bulls have a great football team, but great rivalries. Of course, we know football is like a religion in Miami-Dade County. It's a rite of passage for so many young people in this community. But yes, the Northwestern Bulls, they have a great, great team of not only football players, but cheerleaders as well.
So let's tell you a little bit about them as they make their way our way. The high school opened in 1955 in September. So it was just for African Americans, despite the Supreme Court decision, Brown versus Board of Education, in October of 1954. It had unfinished rooms. It didn't even have an auditorium, a cafeteria with no tables or chairs. They had 1,050 African American students. They attended the first year, and they were bused from all around Miami-Dade County. Teachers, administrators, also all African American. A little known fact is that the land on which Northwestern High School was built was purchased by Dade County to serve as sort of like a buffer zone between black and white communities.
Wow. And what you're looking at right now is the royal court. I would assume that this is homecoming queen and the homecoming king. You know, I didn't quite have the looks to do that when I was in high school. You know, if they had the worst looking guy, I probably would have been on that court. No, but these are some beautiful people and obviously some very smart minds. Everything you talked about there historically, I didn't know about the school. I think too often schools are defined by their athletics, but this school, they have some really bright and talented people who come from there.
And I said this early on, but how much has changed in so many years? I mean, look where we are today. Look at them having so much pride in their school, marching through this parade. And as they get closer, I believe the dancers and the marching band is coming, so we're excited.
Oh, I want to listen. I want to listen, but they have to get a little closer. And quickly, JC and Eric, we're going to go to you so that you can talk about what you're seeing. But please, when they start playing, let the band play, brother. Let the band play on.
We have been looking forward to this band playing.
Getting those knees up. We're all in formation, ready for the marching bulls.
The dancers are here.
Yes.
There's my baton twirlers. Let's go.
They're making their way closer. You know, we've talked and heard so much. Oh, you want to listen into them?
Yes.
Let's listen in.
the Bulls, 7 state championships.
What a great performance from Miami Northwestern. The Marching Bulls, just fantastic, making their way down 54th. Wow, the power. That's the first band we've seen of the day. Can't beat it.
Well, it's always our favorite. We always look forward to that band, not just delivering musically, but the dancing. They really coordinate everything so perfectly.
Yeah.
I love just watching them dance, and then also the baton twirlers, everything together. They put on a show.
Yeah, to choreograph that kind of talent just shows just how much goodness we have, how much ability we have in the young people here in South Florida, because that's just elite right there.
Oh, it continues on. Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh, it gets more and more fantastic. So much energy out here. And we've seen more and more people come out here because as soon as you hear the sirens,
Yes.
the music, everybody gets the party started.
We got some young people over here. I know I've been talking to these young folks right here who both are moved and inspired by Dr. King. I know you have a favorite quote from Dr. King, right?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
Justice is delayed. Justice denied, for real.
Justice long delayed is justice denied. Great job. And what does Dr. King mean to you?
If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. But if you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward.
That is one of the best.
You guys are inspiring. Thank you so much. That was beautiful to hear.
Keep moving forward, like this parade is, like we are trying to do to honor Dr. King's legacy. The young people showing up and showing out. They're educated, they're inspired, and they are our future. We're in pretty good hands.
I like that. I like that. Memorizing those quotes. Nicole and Calvin, impressive.
So many gifted, so many talented young people in our community. This community is so rich in that, and what you're looking at right now, Young Contemporary Dance Theater by Tracy Young Byron, a personal friend, by the way. And now that's dancing, by the way.
Yeah.
Now what we saw from the Bulls, that's what you call dancing. What I do is not dancing. That is an impersonation of that. We're going to take a very quick break from the oldest and one of the largest MLK parades in the nation. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back in just a moment. Don't you go away.
Welcome back to the 47th annual MLK Day Parade. Calvin and I are here street side on 54th Street in Liberty City, bringing you every single moment of this wonderful parade that has been going on for over an hour already. Right now, passing by us, Miami Beach Police and Fire Department, making their way along 54th Street right now. They are comprised of 90,000 people,
Wow.
and they cover 15 square miles, and they were incorporated in 1915.
They are showing a show of force here for the people who have come out, for all of the family members. I love this card that's right there. Oh, yes.
Autism
Yeah,
awareness.
yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. A great cause and a campaign that they are promoting here, but also with breast cancer awareness as well. But so many young people are looking at them and saying, you know what, I can do this. And I think that is part of what today is about.
Yes, and you know what their goal, Miami Beach Police's goal, is to use innovative approaches to address crime, maintain professionalism and trained workforce, and enhance public perception of the police department, because not often, I mean, the people don't have a great perception of police. When you call the police out to a scene, it's not to give you a high five. So their goal is to use different approaches to show up to scenes and to handle whatever it is that they have to handle.
And this is a way for them to really connect to the community, and I think this is a great event to do it. Obviously, today is about becoming one. So many different people from these communities come together for this day to honor a great man with a great cause, and of course that is about not only about the dream, but about making sure that there is freedom, justice, and equality so many years after his death.
And we have mentioned before, over 100 entries into this parade, so you have seen so much already. Police departments, fire rescue, you saw Northwestern High go by.
Oh, they were great.
Calvin talked about his dance moves. Don't worry, you didn't miss a thing.
You didn't miss anything.
I have it all on video. But
it's
all out
a 3-second video.
Everybody's out here for the main reason, right? To honor Martin Luther King Jr.
And what I love about this parade too, Nicole, is the fact that we have seen so many different people come by, so many different elected officials. We saw the mayor, we saw county commissioners, we have seen the City of Miami Police Department, but so many of these people are coming by to connect with a lot of the folks and neighbors in this community who they don't normally see.
That's right. And so we'll be with you until 1 o'clock. So we still have some time, about 15 more minutes or so. But the party doesn't end here. So it is a holiday for everyone who is not working. And we do have a family festival park going on right now. That goes on until 5 o'clock. It's at 6000 Northwest 32nd Court. So if you want to make your way out there, they have live music, dancing, a theater will be performed, and artworks will be exhibited as well. Children can go out there, ages 5 to 14. There's a village that offers games, sports, physical challenges, and an exploration of MLK history.
And also there's the marketplace. They will have clothing, cosmetics, oils, books, and jewelry, and a number of products that you can buy. But also you can buy food, because this event is really about a major cookout. You cannot sit where we are sitting and not smell
everything.
The ribs, the burgers, just everything. The barbecue sauce. If it's not making you hungry, it's making me hungry.
Can you tell we're
hungry? It is a great, great cookout that so many folks have come to. But also, actor and comedian Tommy Davidson will serve as the MC on the main stage at that family festival. And if you're a 90s baby at all, or even if you're not a 90s baby, if you remember the show that he was on in Living Color, he is so funny. At one point in his career, probably one of the funniest comedians on the planet. He really is. Not only a funny comedian, but a great actor. And this role that he's going to play today, he's going to be the Grand Marshal, so he'll be a great servant.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Grand Marshal, we touched on Bob Duggan earlier, how he started his career selling newspapers, mowing lawns, and then made it into a position where he's at, where he's able now to give back to the community. He has this corporation called Genius Inc., where he wants to challenge the minds of young people and get them involved. And when he was told that he was going to be one of the Grand Marshals, he said, of course I'm going to do this. This is what a great way to be out there with the community and inspire young people to want to get involved.
Isn't that what it's about, though?
Yes.
In the end, it's just inspiring the next generation. And I think that's what's happening today when you see the motorcade of the police department with the Florida Highway Patrol, but also Miami-Dade Police Department, the City of Miami Police Department, and the list goes on and on.
Let's check in with our Alexis Frazier. Alexis, what do you got going on over there?
Hey guys, now they're playing some oldie goldies, so we getting in the groove. You guys said it's a family affair, and that is exactly what it feels like out here. Now we're seeing the Miami-Dade Fire Rescue pass us. I'm sure you guys seen them already because we're always a little delayed on our end. We're at 27th Avenue, so if you're coming this way, this is what you're gonna get. I'm still looking forward to seeing the band come this way. That is what I'm looking forward to. You heard my story earlier where we were talking about the band, and now we got some fans who want to get up. Y'all want to be on the news? I've seen people like jumping in front of the camera, so let's see. You want to talk to us? Y'all like y'all having a good time?
We having a good time, me and the boys. MLK Day, and we excited. We out, nice vibes, family and friends, man.
You know what I love seeing everybody come out. It feels like a family affair. My girl here, she's been waving, excited to be on the camera. So this is my extended family, y'all. Y'all say hi to them. And you know what's crazy about this event is that I haven't eaten yet. And you know, they gave me the lemonade. Now I'm looking forward to the food because I'm smelling it. And not only do I want the show, but now I'm ready for the lunch. I need lunch in the show. I heard of dinner in a movie, but now I'm ready for the lunch in the show. Calvin and Nicole?
She's ready for lunch. I hear you, Alexis. Calvin has been ready for lunch all day.
A long time ago. Yes, I cannot wait to get some of the food from the cookout. Alexis, thank you so much. You know, there are so many events that are happening all across South Florida. Of course, you cannot talk about MLK Day without talking about the 5,000 role models. It is an excellent breakfast that happens at the Miami Beach Convention Center.
That's right. And our local 10, Joseph Ojo, he was there and he filed this report for us.
And this truly was a life-changing event. For these 50 young men, receiving these scholarships will be a game changer in their future, and they couldn't be more proud of this honor.
Homes, graduates in their high school.
Dressed for success in their black suits and red ties, this group of 50 young men honored for their hard work and dedication.
5,000 Role Models is basically about brotherhood. It's helped me get through challenges.
In front of a crowd of more than 3,000 Monday at the 31st annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship Breakfast, these future leaders of tomorrow awarded scholarships that will be making a huge difference in their future.
In college, I become to study education.
Many of these young men, grateful for the opportunity to go to college, while others taking the life lessons learned to fight for our country.
I'm actually going to the Marines, so as far as using it now, I'm probably using it in the future.
We lift them up, we love them, we hug them, and then we send them to college.
The 5,000 Role Models of Excellence program was started by none other than Congresswoman Frederica Wilson.
Growing up without a father, it was a big help in my life, especially helping my mom and everything like that.
Her goal, to provide mentorship to kids in underserved communities, allowing a path to manhood and keeping these bright minds out of the prison system.
I have a dream that if every boy in this nation were a part of the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence project, oh, what a difference it would make in the lives of our children and in our community. We wouldn't have lust for drugs. We wouldn't have lust for guns. There would be no school shootings.
A product of this wonderful role model program is Judge Darrell Trawick.
I have grown myself as a part of this program.
He says he wants to see this class of 2024 role models do great things and inspire the next generation of leaders.
It's always inspiring seeing these young men and all they accomplish while they're in the program with our mentorship.
And this program is certainly growing, expanding through the state and even currently growing throughout the country, even internationally in the Bahamas. The hope is to fix young children before having to fix broken men. We're here on Miami Beach. I'm Joseph Ojo, Local 10 News.
That is a great event. Joseph, thank you so much for that report. And I must tell you, I am a proud 5,000 role model. I have tried to inspire young people in this community, and that event gives you a venue to do exactly that.
And right now, you are looking live at North Miami Middle School. Their marching band, they are called the Tiger Marching Band. Let's listen in for a minute.
Check out Jason is right in the middle of the end. I love the goal.
What an awesome job from the Tiger Marching Band. Their principal, Philippe J. Napoleon. Their colors are blue and white. 900 students. They did a fantastic job.
And they have a magnet program that's based on broadcasting. So this is a school that's after our own heart. We love this school. So we have our Larry Livingston standing by. You know, he's at the end of this parade at the park where they have a little cookout, but he's also with a very special guest. And Larry, please tell him one of my favorite comedians of all time.
Look, I just spotted, brother. A couple feet away from me, Tommy. Nice to see you.
I'm out here.
Shaboing boing.
I'm out here.
It's a pleasure to see you. What brings you out here to our MLK celebration today?
Well, I got a lot of friends from Miami, okay? And it is MLK, who basically put it down for all of us, you know, in a time where we couldn't even vote. I mean, we weren't even going to regular public schools. You know, and that whole civil rights movement moved us into a whole nother stratosphere of getting close to citizenship. We got a long way to go, but without them, where are we?
Today would have been his 95th birthday. If he were here today, what do you think he would make of the current state of affairs?
He'd be very happy. He'd know that God was in charge. That's who got him to do the job in the first place. And he knows that things take time. He knows things take time. I'm approached by a lot of people, a lot of black people in the black community say, oh, we have this problem, we have this problem, we have this problem, we have this problem. Yeah, but we've come a long, long, long way. Our problem started when we hit the ground here about 400 years ago.
Right.
That takes a little time, especially when the people here aren't really working with us, you know? So we found a way, and we always will find a way. That's why I'm here, because I know we'll find a way. Not a way to be better than anyone else, but what his dream was. His dream was to make sure that everyone got what they needed.
I appreciate you. No, we have to wrap, but I appreciate you speaking with me, and we're gonna.
Well, his whole fight was the fight on poverty.
Very much so.
Of all color.
Very much so.
We're still battling with that.
And that's why we're here today, community coming together to raise awareness and also celebrate and commemorate that legacy. But it's good to see you. Calvin was talking about you all day. I love it. I love it. Calvin, Nicole.
I love that. Lara, thank you so much. Thanks for the shout out. I just love Tommy Davidson. Such a smart comedian, but so funny, and a great actor too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Laren. Well, the parade may be winding down, but our coverage is not over yet. Coming up, we have a 2-hour special, We Have a Dream. It's a television event honoring the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This dynamic program presents interviews and personal recollections from inspirational and notable guests, including Oprah Winfrey, Misty Copeland, Alicia Keys, and so many others.
I cannot wait to see that. But before we wrap up here, and we're winding down to the final moments of our time for this parade, but the parade is going to continue on through 54th Street in Liberty City. Let's check in one more time with our Eric, Yutzi, and JC Birch. They are in the middle of the action. Guys, give us some final moments and one of your favorite parts so far of this parade.
Oh, Northwestern High School brought it. I mean, no surprise. I mean, every single year, but I just got into it. I thought they were done at a certain point, but they just keep going with the dancing and the music. And also, I would say, all the spectators, all the people who come by to give up their day and their time to honor this man. I mean, I'm used to Bible verses. These men and women, these Munchkin men and women, were saying Dr. King quotes. That touched my heart.
You know, it's a testament to these young people. It's a testament to Dr. King's legacy, and it's great to know that he marched these streets and they are marching on with that message, with that passion, with that motivation to make sure we carry on that life and legacy. What a great day. The bands are great. The rides were great. Bart Simpson's voice just walked through.
We just saw Nancy Cartwright.
But it was great to see.
All right, we'll send it back to you, Nicole and Calvin.
JC and Alexis. JC and Eric, thank you so much. Great work out there. I was going to say, Alexis, great job too with her. Betty, great job. Everyone along the parade route, thank you all so much for such a wonderful job and for what you have done out here. You know, we can't get enough of this parade. We got Miami Shores going by. We have the Miami-Dade Police Department, Miami-Dade County. Everyone who has gone by, we have enjoyed everything that they have
and
done.
we have more bands coming this way because I can see them. So if you are watching our coverage and it's not over at 1 o'clock, you still want to come on by, you can. There's still much more going on 54th Street here in Liberty City.
Come on down for the cookout. I can tell you the food is great. Everything is great about this wonderful event. And I have enjoyed covering it over the years. And we want to thank you all for joining us and watching Local 10's exclusive live coverage of the 47th Annual MLK Day Parade.
Calvin Hughes, alongside myself, Nicole Perez, thank you so much for joining us. And if you missed any of it, you can always find it on local10.com. So please head there and rewatch everything that we've just covered. And here's one last look at what has been such an amazing day. Have a great rest of your holiday.
But I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
I'm so glad that this day we can think about Dr. King and all that he have done.
Oh, I got dabbed up.
If alive today, by the way, Dr. King would be 95 years old.
I have a dream.
This is a very special day for many people that are still following in his footsteps and they want to carry his legacy on.
Like anybody, I would like to live a long life, longevity.
Everybody here knows the importance of Martin Luther King Day. They know the importance of the legacy, that we have to work hard to bring unity.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
We have to keep moving forward.